Our guest today left lucrative jobs in the UK to come home with a dream of bettering the lives of fellow Kenyans. Lucy and Angie, in their own words, will take us through the greatest fight of their lives, one of making their dream come to reality. Welcome to Tuzidi na Hustle, a show that highlights Kenyan entrepreneurs through their losses, lessons, and wins. I'm your host, Martin Kimathi.
We are four siblings. Yes. We had a brother, Martin, who is older than us. Yeah. I am the second born, Angela, and Lucy is the third born, and then we have Lisa, our youngest sister.
I think our parents are one of the most resilient, hardworking parents ever. They have instilled a lot of wonderful, values in us. I remember Dad always said, choose your friends. And also, if you're gonna pick a career that, you'll be sustainable in terms of, you can be self-employed, that sort of thing, and be sustainable and be successful in that.
Yeah, he actually did tell us before we began this, don't be afraid to venture into your own business. Because he and Mom have always been in the business line. He had his own consulting engineering firm, and Mother is she's just the grand hustler. She's a grafter. She works hard.
Yes.
And she's built up her businesses.
I was in More Educational Center, fun school, but very strict. And then went to IB. IB is just an eye-opener, you're just not academics-wise, And then also a mandatory module we had to do was called CAS, which stands for Creativity Action Service. So basically, you literally had to gain up hours, by doing something creative or giving back to the society. I remember we used to go to Kenyatta Hospital, and they had the oncology for kids with cancer and all those things, and we used to go there. And we used to also go to New Life, where newborns are taken care of. Oh my gosh, I think that's where it came from. And we used to go there and, see newborns who are abandoned, and you would care for them, like change nappies and feed them. And raise money, for the care of these children, or it would make our own toys. I think, to be honest, that's where it came from. Yeah. I think we're realizing that now. That's passion for people and giving back, and maybe newborns started.
I went to Manchester University, and it was an amazing experience. There were many Kenyans, so I didn't personally feel homesick. In fact, one of the trustees of Toto Care Box, because we were 5 ladies who started this business, Jackie was one of them, and we were in the same pharmacy school together. Still on the Manchester University, they recently found out that we were doing Toto Care Box in Kenya. And they've actually awarded us the alumni award for, they give this award to alumni who are doing humanitarian stuff in the world. And they've noted Toto Care Box as one of their winners for this year.
So when I was in Sheffield, I got accepted to do a course. It's called the Masters in Public Health in International Development. So the course was basically finding solutions to the issues in the development countries, especially health issues. The most amazing thing about that course, I remember one of the modules, it was called the International Development class. The lecturer, Dr. Deborah Spotton, she was like, so for this year, we have chosen Kenya, and she literally drops this map of Kenya in front of the whole class, and I'm like, I sighed so loudly. I was like, wow, that's home, And I was quite, because they go to different countries, and they actually have a research and education center at West Pokot in Marriage. So my main study, what I took up, was on how caregivers identify and manage illnesses in children under the age of 5. So we packed up and we came to Kenya. It was brilliant. So one lady actually, who literally sort of kind of changed my life or my mindset to what we do today was a lady. She was a mother of 5, and she had just given birth to her last born, which was about 2 weeks old. And I'm interviewing her in a hot day. You know, she's in her manyata. You could tell, you know, her kids, including her, had not had anything to eat or drink for the day. And she asked for water, she asked for food, and I could not give her at that moment. And it really broke my heart. I wrote my report, and I think in the conclusion, I just, you know, poured my whole heart out. I was like, I wish I could do more for this lady and all that stuff. And I graduated.
And so we came back. And the reason I also came back is I wanted to change the face of pharmacy in Kenya. Here, people don't really understand the why they take the medicines, the what they take the medicines. I mean, you're putting stuff into your mouth every day and you don't have a clue what this thing is. So I joined the government internship because even if you've worked for 20 years abroad, if you're coming to do medicine or pharmacy or dentistry, you have to integrate into the system. I passed my exams and I was supposed to be absorbed by the county. There was a tug between national government and county. And so I didn't actually get the promotion that I wanted. And then we had issues of medicines. So there'd be many times I'd do my shift, my night shift, and I'd tell people there's no medicine. Literally, I spent a week telling guys, hakuna dawa, hakuna dawa. You know, so coming from England where, you know, everything worked, to having to tell women and guys who needed that there was no medicine and needed to go buy the medicine from outside the hospital was not motivating at all. I think I got depressed. And my husband actually got to a point and told me, Angie, you actually have to leave because this place is changing you. And so I did. I resigned in December 2012.
I guess my expectations coming back is that, you know, I was sure I was going to get a job in the UNDP. I'm going to have a car with red plates, you know, living my best life, you know, being part of projects and all that stuff. But my reality was, I'm busy, yes, and that's what, you know, you don't have to be a layabout. Yeah? You're busy, but you're not living your purpose in terms of what you studied for. It was a struggle, yeah, and a conflict of where you want to be, yeah, and where you are at the moment, now your reality. And obviously there was that also conflict where the friends you've left, some are doing so well, you know, and you want to be, you know, with those people who are making it, and even the people you've graduated with, you know, a friend called Sagan, she got an internship with the World Bank when she went back to the States, and I'm here selling sausages, you know. But I think it was a moment where, you know, a lot of people go through, I guess, if not everybody, you know, in terms of your career, because it affects you emotionally, it affects your relationships, you know. And yeah, but internally, like personal, it was difficult until one day. And so I was at home and on my phone and on my timeline, I see an article. The caption was, "Why Finnish babies sleep in card boxes?" And that article, to be honest, changed my life and changed my career for the better. Because of this box, Finnish has the lowest deaths in moms and newborns. And it comes with everything a mother will need, and it is targeted to the poor, to the underserved mom. And at that moment, I would not lie, it was like eureka moment. When I read about the article, it connected with that lady I saw in West Pokot. And my heart, I remember just feeling, oh my God, we could do this in Kenya. And I took my laptop and I'm like, this is brilliant. You know, I'm like, what if we had to bring this concept, contextualize it to the needs of the sub-Saharan, poor, vulnerable mother who is going to Ghana, or even especially that lady that I saw that day. And I started reading about the statistics. And the statistics say in Kenya at the moment, 17 women die every day during childbirth. That's a 17-seater matatu crashing every day. And no one is making enough noise about it. And most of these deaths are preventable. In addition, we lose 39,000 newborns due to preventable conditions like malaria, diarrheal diseases, pneumonia, and all these deaths are preventable. And this simple box can actually save 2 lives with just 1 box. So what I did, I called Angela. She's Toto. She's my person basically. I'm like, what? Angie, there's this box, I've seen this, whatever, oh my God. And I was so excited. You know, I was like, I don't know, it was just such a moment for me.
So fast forward, I think we shelved it for a while. That was 2012.
Yeah.
And we just continued just existing.
Yeah.
I'd say we were just, I don't even know whether it's just existing, it's not living, because
Yeah.
living means a lot more. So we're just going through the motions of life. So then our brother passes away.
Yeah.
Suddenly, and no one saw it coming. That really hit us harder.
Yeah.
He'd been diabetic all his life, and basically just went to sleep one day and he didn't wake up.
And as Angie usually says, why didn't God take me? You know,
Why am I here?
why am I
What
here?
am I doing?
You know, it has to be more than this,
has
because
to
he
be
was such an amazing human being, you know. And there has to be more. And I'm like, God, what is my purpose? As in, what if I was just, you know, because then it shows you how fragile life is and how, yeah, it was a scary moment.
Coming up on Tuzidi na Hustle.
We had about 6 boxes and we're like, okay, we're going to give Lena's daughter and every other mom, you know, who's there. So excited, I call Angie, whatever, we all meet at the parking lot. And then literally the parking lot, Lena calls and she's like, mtoto ameaga. And we're like, what?